Hey ladies, I've been asked what I do for a very basic everyday makeup application. So I'm just gonna kind of go and show you quickly the steps, and I'm gonna edit this a little bit so it makes it a shorter video. I always start with a daytime moisturizer. My second step to my everyday look is using a little green concealer. I do have some blemishes, and being I have a skincare background, I know that I shouldn't pick at them, but I do find that I have a nervous tendency to kind of pick when I'm in a situation like watching a volleyball or basketball game. I just kind of nervously kind of scrape the dead skin off, which is picking. And then I let that dry while I work on something else. So for eyeshadow, I feel like an everyday look always has to include a little candlelight shadow sense. Very neutral tone. It just kind of, you put it on your eyes and it gives a look of perfection and a blank canvas. So candlelight is on my base. My second color I would choose is just a very neutral dark brown, and we have a few of them. We have French Roast, which almost has a little bit of a red brown color to it. We have Rustic Brown, which is almost like an espresso. It's almost a blackish brown. And then Garnet, which is a very warm brown. And then the new Hot Chocolate comes in the Mini Shadow Sense collection, the Hot Chocolate. This color is almost perfection because I feel like it is completely middle of the road. It's kind of a warm brown, but it's not super warm like the Garnet. And it's not red like the French Roast. So I think it's like a perfect tone. And I would use this also as my eyebrow color. So now a third color that I would use for every day, obviously this looks really dark, and that's okay because I do go over the top with what I call just an all over base color, which I have a few options here. Champagne Shimmer is one that I use a lot. It has a nice golden hue. This is Dusk Shimmer. Both of these colors on my lids right now are matte, so when you go over the top with the shimmer, it will add some shimmer, but it definitely tones down the shimmer when you have matte underneath than if I were using all three shimmers. When you build on shimmer on top of shimmer, it gets more shimmery. Another great color here is Shell Glitter. And then Sandstone Pearl is an amazing one. Or if you wanted to keep with the matte tone, there's this Natural Tan. Or you could simply go over the top again with the Candlelight, and that would be a very neutral color, but I definitely would go over the top with one. I think for today, I'm actually gonna go over the top with Dusk Shimmer. And that gives definitely a, Dusk Shimmer would be one of the darker colors, believe it or not, that I would be going over the top with, but I'm gonna concentrate it over here. So obviously because I went over with Dusk Shimmer and that is a darker color, this gives me a darker look. If you wanted it to be more natural, like everyday more natural, I would definitely pick a lighter color. And then I will simply go over it with the Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, just so you can see how much lighter it makes my Sandstone Pearl Shimmer is getting down there. And I took the stopper off. Now it is amazing how much lighter this whole look gets once you put over a light color. It just melts everything away. So I just wanted to show you an easy buildup of different tones. So if you wanted to go something darker, I would pick like a medium tone like Dusk. And if you want it to be really light, like an everyday light color, Sandstone Pearl is always the way to go. So another part of my everyday is, of course, using the CCTM. The concealer is completely dried. So I'm just going to put a little CCTM. I'm going to squiggle it on there. That's not even a full pump. And then I'm going to focus on the areas first that have the green concealer, because of course those are the areas that I feel like I need to cover the most. And then I just dipple all over afterwards. Another part of my everyday wear is I love this new collection. It is a highlighter as well as contour, but it's super natural in tone. So I feel like it's something I can wear on top of my makeup versus going underneath with some of the darker ones. So I just put a little line here. Uh-oh, there it is. And I love that this gives my face just a little definition. See that? Compared. And it's super natural looking. Another part of my everyday is Silver Rose Blush. I have had this for well over a year, and I am not even halfway down with it. And I use it every day. With an occasional day or two I may not do my makeup. Just lounging around the house on a Saturday. So I just kiss a little bit up there. It is like the most perfect blush color. Silver Rose. Another thing, eyeliner, the Everyday Eye Sense. It is smudge proof, so you don't get the black streaks that come down on your eyes. Again, this is every day for me. These are the steps that I do. I give myself a little wing, and I do not bring it all the way across on the under part or the upper part. Another everyday wear, the Undersense Primer. It grows my lashes with an ingredient called Compixel. I'm actually getting really low, so it is about time to bring out a new one. And then of course, the Everyday Lash Sense mascara. It also contains some Compixel and helps to grow your lashes. I love how this does not flake at all. It doesn't have any bad chemicals in it. So I do feel like, it's something I even buy for my kids because I feel good about them putting it near their eyes versus, a lot of those brands that have a lot of harsh chemicals in it. So this is definitely worth it. It does last 4 to 6 months. They do recommend that you change them out every 4 months. It says on here 6 months, so I go with the 6 months. And I will show you at the end. All done with that mascara. Now, everyday lip wear, I'm going to actually hold tight. So everyday lip color, I am going to talk about a couple that I feel are just tried and true everyday wear. It depends on what kind of tone you want. Obviously more of a neutral tone, I'm thinking. So your Rose Quartz here is like the most perfect neutral mauve. Gingerbread is very similar to it, although it does have a little shimmer and maybe a little bit more brown than mauve. Bellissimo is this gorgeous, little bit darker than the Rose Quartz, but it has a little bit more blue tone, so definitely more mauve, where the Rose Quartz is definitely more neutral, but the Bellissimo has a little bit more mauve. So these, and then I feel like the Gingerbread, so I would say this would be definitely neutral. This is a little bit more mauve, and then this is definitely more mauve yet. And then if you want to talk like warmer tones, this Velvet I feel is gorgeous. It definitely has more of a terracotta color. And then of course this Nude Honey, which is a lighter version of that. I actually really like to do with Velvet on the outside of my lip and then Nude Honey on the middle, and then just with gloss over it, and it's a super natural look. And then you have like a color like Precious Topaz, which would be darker yet, and that has a little bit more bronze tone to it and shimmer. So I'm going to go in and show you the velvet on the outside. So, and I'll do one coat on the middle of the velvet, and then another coat on the outside of the velvet, which will be considered 2 coats on the outside, 1 coat on the middle. And then for my second coat on the inside, I'm going to go in with Nude Honey. These are a matte finish. So right now, this is considered 2 coats. So I'm going to do, if I wanted to add a little shimmer instead of matte, I'd go in with Bombshell, like this is Bombshell Diamond. I would put that on top and that would even lighten it more. But I think I'm just gonna stick with the Nude Honey and not have it be shimmering. That's coat 3. And then I'll let that sit and dry and finish with Glossy Glass. Glossy Glass. So again, this is velvet on the outside and Nude Honey in the middle. So it keeps it a little lighter, but yet the velvet darker on the outside makes my lips look more full. And that sums up, oh, it doesn't sum up. One more thing I do. Eye illuminator. And I put it on top because I like the brightness and I like the shimmer, and I kind of use it as I use this as a pearlizer without getting too, and whatever's left over my finger, I'll just put on my nose. That's my everyday look. Thanks, ladies. Bye.